Ever thought a slap could stop a fighter faster than a punch? Stick around. Hey everyone, Chris here from Karate Unity. Today I'm with good friend Phil Duncan, combat Sambo Specialist, retired police officer, and Covert Operator. He's also a very valuable part of our Karate Unity network. Phil's here to share a simple but powerful tool, the self-defense slap. Sounds funny, right? But done correctly, it can stun an attacker, keep you safe, and still stay legally responsible and socially acceptable. Let's dive in.
And then from here, it's a slap. Yeah. We're going to teach you how to slap, right? This is Cold War Russian Spetsnaz slaps, right? And I've knocked a lot of people out. Now, I don't want to hurt my partner, so you get your partner over here, you want him in the face. If I really wanted to hurt him, I hit him and break his stun or the temple. So again, he comes in, just like Alon said, and boom, like this. He comes on the other side, you switch sides, you always want to, it's like that. Right? And then if you want to take him down or whatever, so
keep your chin down.
If I'm a civilian, my job is not security or special forces like the students, and I'm in Walmart and some idiot and you're teaching your wife or whatever, like this, I can come in and get out. Like this, right? Or if again the count of two, you come in, like Alon said, here, and whatever you want to do. Like so, it's just because this. Like, I love what Alon was doing, because what he was doing was creating, we call it positive witnesses for police, right? For witnesses. And then from there, right, you do the rhino, I love that, we put the shell, and then close quarter. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, karate master like this, what option, which hand are you looking for?
This one.
Exactly. And the next thing you know, he gets hit with that. No one thinks they're going to get hit with the same hand. So, something to try, something to work out.
Just so you guys know how effective it is, we're going to do some of the pads. And I'm going to let you guys hold the pads right after.
Again, it's all, put it this way, combat Sambo,
you know, actually, why don't you hold the pads? I've held it before.
And it's pressure tested. So when guys had guns pulled on me, and they tried to kill me, or guys tried to stab me, because it was undercover work, and we're ripping people in the cars, whether I'm distracting a person that has a knife in the car, or they have weapons. One guy tried to shoot me with a Tech 9 machine gun to his backpack. So, and you can articulate this in court, right? It's very powerful, like you're saying that, hey, I put my hands up, because what is this? National sign, like one was saying that I don't want any problems, that there's a video. Even if you can't understand me, in English is your third language or whatever, right? You're standing as a witness, and then I've testified in court, I pulled gently your client out of the car, and I tapped him. Well, really, I gave him a Russian big slap, but I tapped him, and the jury's going, yeah. So, this is how you practice, right? And it's just 5 of it. So, that's about 25%. You don't need to hit hard, because again, this is a non-telegraph. There are systems out there, a few, and I'm not knocking, because I'm also a black belt in Filipino martial arts, and I did all kinds of stuff. But the thing with the Russian system is there's no telegraphing. So the elbow comes first. Now, nice to him. This is the opponent's turn. It's coming in. Where the power is, you drop your knee. Okay? And then we can. So if you want the shell, right? It's just this, and you don't overhit because, like you said, you'll be out of position. So it's close. Now I want you to take your hand on your face, and this last thing we'll do is put on this side. Okay. So there's a punch. And do the rhino. Right? When a man, especially, gets slapped.
No.
Because if it was firefighting, you should know. You guys be submitting me.
Childhood, right?
I had to stand up with Merrick, and he is an 8th or 9th degree. He's been a 4th degree for 40 years. He's been humble. If he wanted to, he'd be a grandmaster. So, my point is, can I say one thing? I had an interview teaching these elite bodyguards in Toronto. For the 8th elite team, or special forces from Britain, Israel, Romania, and the Middle East. And how I got the job was, the guy goes, I want you to walk with your principal, right? So I was walking with my principal, and you come out, and you just try to grab me. I waited, boom, just did that. He dropped to the ground. Let's go. That's how I got the job. Didn't know how he was going to attack me. The hard part, because he indicated, he thought he was going to push by me, and you would if I was doing sport. If I tried to stop this expert, and what he's going to do, he's going to go around me and it's a bad day. What he doesn't expect is me not, because I'm basically over here. I moved and did two things at the same time. What I did is I worked with you, never met you before. We're just going through a scenario. When I do this, you go back. So when I came, my hand was, and you fight where your hands are, boom. And that's how I took. I'm not going to sport fight him because I would lose. So going back again, you do the shell, and you have to go past this. Why? As you know, you're an expert, you don't sit at the end on the X. Why? Because that's a bad day. That's how Randy Couture got knocked out with Brock Lesnar. You don't go backwards. If I can't run away, I'm going forward. And why we go forward is I want to force, and you'll appreciate this, Master, I want to force my opponent into instinctive reaction. Okay? I don't know what his or her training is. Is it fair to say you could travel the world for 100 years, this is what we're saying, and you'll never come across the family secret systems? You could be a Filipino martial art master, and guess what? If I stand and try to duel with you, and you're better than me, this is an elevator, close quarter, if I have to get past you, and I can't run away, the X is this way, I'm on you. And what that forces him to do, or her, is fight instinctively. So if he has a knife, I'm coming in. The only thing he's going to go to the throat and stab. I'm not going to let him make a plan. I'll just say this because I very respect the art. Piper system. Over 10 years ago, I went up my master, my old Cold War, God rest his soul, because Merrick knew him, and I did the Piper system. Do this. That's just like Filipino martial art. That's just a distraction. What are you doing if you're doing that? You're not killing me. Right? So he was doing this with a knife, doing all this, and boom. He just went in and hit me. I was on the floor. And we worked all these scenarios. Someone tries to kill me, so again, last thing, I go past it, boom. Right? Now, if I want to get out, I go 45-degree angle, and I get out of there. If I want to do like your skills, you want to try that? Because I want to see what your, I know your tools. Just smack him from the shell and do whatever you want after that.
What would I do?
Yeah, see? It's just a tool in the toolbox. He has the answer. Because my thing is I hit a lot of people, like you said, in the real world, and in the real world, there's adrenaline. And in the real world, like I had my collar broken in class, and I didn't even know, and I was still going because my adrenaline, well, it hurt like a bitch, right? But there are some people that will sacrifice. You want to tell? That's how a lot of military people will beat sport champions. You want, I'll tap out, or break my arm. I'll give you my arm, but you're dead. Because there's a 1+1, I'll have a knife. So again, I love that. You want to go in? Because if you do this, and it doesn't disable him, I want that insurance. So, you go in, master, sir, you get this, that's it. And you do whatever you want. If your job is to subdue him, right? If your job is to protect, exactly. So it's just a tool in the toolbox, right? So I'll do it to you if I can. You put this hand over here. And again, I'm not going to beat this guy grappling one like that, but you cannot train what? Your temple, your neck, your throat, your groin. It's how you get there. So I'm not going to.
What area is up?
And he's shorter, so I already know in his butt, he's a grappler. He thinks, right? So I come in, one hand, you think I'm going to hit with?
Yeah, I would say
This
that.
one? And it's just like that. So come in again. That's it.
Yeah.
You do this to yourself. It doesn't take more than 5%. What I want, like he was talking, since I was talking about, is a mental stun. I want to mentally stun him now. If I want to kill you, like I just want to and when you get smacked, all of us, right, can take a punch. We've done boxing, we visualize, but when a grown man, do it to me, right? Do it to me. When you slap me, even me, I'm like, what the, right? That's all I want to say. What? When a grown man gets slapped, the next thing I'm down, right? I showed Merrick, last thing I say, a long time ago, how to extract people, and I was doing it to the forehead. You'd be sitting in the car with a knife or gun like this, right? And I come in, I can't pull you out. I had a student that was a second in the world. Went to Abu Dhabi for Canada, 6'4", 240 pounds. And if I couldn't extract him out, we did an undercover course with 20 undercover officers, right, in Toronto. And if I can't, there's no way I could pull you out, right? So I went up to you, you're under arrest.
Yeah.
I gave him a little glove tap, then I pulled him out, right? But I pulled his leg out because now I find out he's a just guy, a wrestler. I can't just pull him out with the A-frame. Yeah. That's good for, nothing knocking into jiu-jitsu or anything like that. That's good if he's a drunk or whatever, but when you're sitting down and he puts his foot out and now I can't get out, I gotta hit him, take it out, and push him out like butter. I rip him out of butter. So thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So my point is, Merrick did the same technique 20 minutes after I taught him, because we're very competitive, and it worked on the master. So he said, sit on in the mat room, sit on the pad, right? So I went there, and I wasn't ready. I looked at my phone, and he's saying,
I'm gonna start smacking everyone in the forehead.
miracles, it works! I'm over there. That's what I'm trying to look at my wife's text. But my point is, when you try it, when you mentally stun somebody, a grown man who's used to punches, it just, and again, I've knocked people out with a tempo shot, but you're not here to, like, it depends on the situation. So I just love what you're teaching, sir. And that's just an option, what you can do. Because because on the street, I can't underestimate his, right? I have to disable him and make sure that I save myself from the part of it. So just something to think about.